Hey, what's up guys? Imran here, MonsterGadgets. I hope you're all having a wonderful day wherever you might be. Thank you so much for joining me. And in today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you guys about the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. As you guys know, these came out a few weeks ago, and compare them to the Apple AirPods Pro. These have been out for quite some time, but I've had the opportunity to test both of these out in a couple different scenarios. So I'm gonna give you my personal opinion about which one's a better value and which one has the best features. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Alright guys, welcome back. So Samsung released their Buds Pro a few weeks ago, and Apple obviously have had their AirPods Pro out for quite some time now, and I've had the opportunity to basically put both of these to test head to head, and I'm going to cover 4 different things with you guys today. The first one being the design of the two, which one I think is a better fit, at least for me in my ear. The second one being ANC or active noise cancellation. Third one being the battery life, and the fourth one being the overall value of the two. So let's go ahead and start with number 1, which is the design. So as you know or might not know, the AirPods Pro have this type of design where you've got the part of the ear this goes in, and then of course this part sticks out, which looks somewhat like this. So you've got it in your ear, it's pretty stable in there, and then you've got this piece coming out where you have your controls. Now, the Galaxy Buds Pro have a very similar design, except they do not have the part that sticks out. So when you put this in your ear, it is in your ear just like that. So it's in there, there's no part coming out similar to you've got the tooth coming out. So which one do I think is a better design? Well, for me, I actually like the Samsung design better because it doesn't have the thing protruding out. But I don't like the design of how this is extremely flashy, and I've got the white version, and you guys can see this is like a chrome finish, and it's just not something that I like. So if I was to pick between the two, between the AirPods Pro and the Buds Pro from a design standpoint, I personally would go with the Apple design. So if I was to pick between the two, I would personally go with the Apple just because it's more of a matte finish. And yes, even though this is protruding out where on the Samsung it's not, I don't like this flashy finish for the Samsung compared to the matte finish for the Apple. So from a design standpoint, I would overall say Apple's got the edge for my taste. That is my take on it. All right, let's move on. Active noise cancellation. This is an area that both of these earbuds function extremely well in. I would say if I had to put a percentage of how much noise they actually cancel out, even though Samsung is saying it cancels out about 99% of the noise, I would have to respectfully disagree with Samsung. I think both of these, both Samsung as well as Apple, are in the range of about 80-85% of noise cancellation. And what I mean by noise cancellation is just your everyday noise that you hear. For example, if you're sitting out in a cafe somewhere, maybe walking down the street, just normal noise that you might come across. Both of these do a fantastic job in canceling noise out. And again, I would say 80-85% of the noises are canceled out. Now, what makes the Samsung better than Apple when it comes to noise cancellation is the fact that when you start talking with the Samsung Buds Pro, it actually shuts the noise cancellation off. So you can go ahead and have a conversation or quickly ask for directions, or maybe order your favorite latte at Starbucks or whatever it might be. This actually has a feature where it turns it off for a good 10-15 seconds while you're talking, and that way you can go ahead and hear the other side of that individual or that conversation that's actually happening. Where on these, you have to go into your phone and turn the noise cancellation off if you want to be able to have a conversation while you got these in your ears. So Samsung did a great job in that, and I will have to give my vote to Samsung for the active noise cancellation. Moving on, battery life. Now when it comes to battery life, both of these are almost identical, I will say. with active noise cancellation on as well as active noise cancellation off, they function extremely well. And of course, you've got the battery case with the Apple as well as now the battery case for the Samsung. So overall, with active noise cancellation on, you've got between 4 to 4.5, maybe 5 hours of playtime with both of these in your ear with active noise cancellation on. With them being off and with them being in the case and having to charge them, you can easily get anywhere between 15 to 18 hours of actual time with having the case as the battery in charged. So I would say it's probably a tie when it comes to battery between both of these. I really can't pick one or the other and say, well, one functions better and one functions less. They're both really good about battery life with noise cancellation on as well as noise cancellation off. So with this, we'll go ahead and give both of these a tie. All right, last but not least, let's talk about the price and the overall value between the two units. So the Galaxy Buds Pro are priced at $199 and the AirPods Pro are priced at $249. Now, every now and then with special retailers, you can find the AirPods Pro at $225. If you're lucky, maybe $199, but generally speaking, if you're buying them directly from Apple, they are priced at $249. So the Samsungs do come in $50 cheaper to purchase at $199. So which one's a better value? Well, it really comes down to what you think is more valuable for you. To me, spending an extra $50 for the Apple AirPods Pro, if you are already in the Apple ecosystem, then the $50, it's going to be worth it. That way you are able to switch between devices seamlessly and still have the Apple product. If you are not in that Apple ecosystem or you really don't care about it, then can you get away with the Samsung Buds for $50 less? Yeah, $50 is a lot of money. Could you still have the same quality of sound and the features? Yeah, you could, and save yourself the $50 and go with the Samsung? Absolutely. One thing to note though is if you do have just an iPhone or if you have just a Samsung phone, both of these are interchangeable, meaning that you can use the Samsung Buds on the Apple phone and you can use the Apple AirPods Pro on a Samsung device, but you don't have the full functionality with either of them depending on if you're crossing their platform. So if you're using the Samsung Galaxy Buds on your iPhone, do you have the full functionalities that these are capable of having? You do not. If you are using the Apple AirPods Pro on a Samsung device, do you have the full functionality? You do not. So does it work with basic features? Absolutely it does. But in order for you to get the full functionality out of it, you do have to have that device hooked up to that phone. So Samsung with Samsung and Apple with Apple. So that could be a deal breaker for a lot of people. So I would certainly ask you to look into that and consider it when you're looking to save those $50. But if you don't care about that, you just want the basic functionality, put them in your ear, listen to music, make phone calls, and that's it, then absolutely save yourself the $50 and go with the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro. But if you want every feature that both of these are capable of having, if you have an Apple device, I would say certainly invest the extra $50 and go with the AirPods Pro. And if you have the Samsung device, then save yourself the $50 and go with the Buds Pro. So, all right, in the comment section below, let me know which one you would prefer. If you would save yourself the $50 and go with a Samsung device, or if you would cough up the extra $50 and go with the Apple device. Let me know in the comment section below. I would love to hear that from you. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.